Today I'm going to demonstrate the use of Excel sheet. Remember, this is a basic use. For advanced use you will have to refer to other tutorials. This is for day-to-day purpose without going into the details of Excel sheet. I'll just demonstrate how to use this. I'm working on my MacBook Pro with Windows installed. Your Windows computer will look the same. So here we start. I open up my Windows part. This is my Windows screen on MacBook Pro. I now open up Excel sheet. So I go to start. I have the Microsoft Excel sheet here, or I can obviously type it here, Excel, and search, and then open up, double click it. This opens up my basic Excel sheet. This is the basic layout. Here we are used to seeing tables. These are the columns, these are the rows. So this becomes A1, B1, this becomes C6, this becomes E9. These are the reference points. Here we have sheet 1. You can use sheet 2 for some other purpose, sheet 3. They all look the same. So this is like book 1, sheet 1. So this is again book 1, sheet 2. This is the basic nomenclature. On the upper part you can see here we have in the toolbar home, insert, layout, formulas. I'll show you how to use these. These are really not everyone, few of them are very useful. If you click this arrow down, the ribbon expands. This is called the ribbon. This is really not useful for the basic purpose, though few I will demonstrate. There are really useful. This insert, delete will be used, but overall this particular thing is not very useful. So we just push this and we again get the simple formatting. So here just we start this way. So say in the first A1 box I would like to put serial number. Press the tab key, I go on to B1. I put here name, age, press the tab key, sex, press the tab key. This can be date of first visit, then this can be date of follow-up, this can be the fees taken, this can be diagnosis. Now here the diagnosis will be big enough, so I suppose this need to be expanded. How to expand the H? So just select this and drag it. So this will be your H column, which is big enough. Here any remarks you want to put. Again, if you want to expand this, go on to this and widen it. So this becomes our basic layout. So here we start using, so serial number 1, name can be AB, age say 45, sex could be male, date of first visit we put say 31st October, date of follow-up could be 14th November, fees I collect say 200 rupees, and my diagnosis was lumbago. Any particular remarks I have to make or anything, the patient had say diabetes, so I just put it this way. I press enter and I reach the next row. So serial number 2, name could be CD, age is 60, female, date of first visit say 1st November, so follow-up could be again 14th November, I collect 200 rupees. Here the diagnosis could be osteoarthrosis. No, nothing, I don't want to put anything in remarks. Fine. I go on to third patient. So EF as the name, age could be 55, female patient, first visit could be say 30th of October, follow-up could be again 30th of November. I collected just 100 rupees. My diagnosis again was osteoarthrosis. Actually, once you have written in the upper rows, it will auto suggest. So you can just select, go on to tab. Here again I put, say the patient is having diabetes, hypertension. Now see, I've just written diabetes as DM, hyper HT without any plus and. I'll tell you why this is important. This is useful in searching the patient of say diabetes. We can just segregate them. As of now, I'll just concentrate on input of the data. So again press enter, I reach the next row. So here it is fourth patient, GH, age could be 60, female patient, first visit say today, that is 2nd November, follow up I ask her to come after 7 days, so it is 9th November. I collect 200 rupees and my diagnosis here could be neck pain. Nothing in remarks. I go on to the fifth patient, IJ, age 62, male patient, first visit today, follow up again 9th. I collect 200 rupees. My diagnosis could be lumbago. Here say I put hypertension. Sixth patient, KL, 55, male patient. I put on 1st November, follow up could be 30th November. I collect 100 rupees. My diagnosis was lumbago. Nothing particular in remarks. So see, I have made up the data so that I can also demonstrate how to search it in the future. Another thing now I want to point out is, as you go down 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20, see what happens here on the first row. So if I reach 22, I go down, scroll down, 23. Now see what is happening here in this row. 24, 25, 26. See, my first row has vanished up. So now I am not aware what this 6 stand. Obviously, I know that it is serial number, this is name, but I lost that easy point which I had, name, age, sex. So how to make that particular row stay there constantly? First go to the top row. Here, this is our top row. Now we go to view, freeze panes, select freeze top row. Now this is our top row. So we select by left click and this is what we select. That's it. Tap anywhere. Now this is our first row which is freezed. So what happens now once we reach 24? Say we start with 22. Now see this first row. I am on 22. 23, 24, 25, 26. I'm going down, down, down. See this, the first row is constantly there. So now at 36, I put serial number 35. Name is say OP. Age could be 60. Sex is female. Date of first visit is 2nd November. Follow up I ask her to come after 2 weeks, that is 16th November. Fees I collect 200 rupees. Diagnosis could be osteoarthrosis. Remarks again, just to build up the data, I am putting diabetes mellitus. Enter, you use 37. So now this becomes our basic data entry. And here we have used one part in the ribbon, which is view. Remember, this has to be used only once. View, freeze panes, click on it, freeze top row. Now here the top row is 16th. So remember, you have to select one and then start using view, freeze panes and freeze top row. So this is our basic part 1, input of data. In the second part, I'll demonstrate how not to lose data if there is a power failure or you are out or someone just fiddles with your computer. Okay, regarding the saving options, it is recommended that you should frequently save this work. Often we are away from the computer, some mishap happens like battery power goes off, some electricity problem, and you may lose all the data. So the option should be, we go on to the file, click it, go on to help options, click it, go to save, and here it is, save auto recover information. So if it is unselected, please select it, and here you can put it for every 2 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever it is. Understand this line, keep the last auto saved version if I close without saving. So the auto saved version is say 2 minutes back. So even if you forget to save, only thing which you are losing is last 2 minutes, which is definitely an important thing. So I have selected 2 minutes and this is okay. Now let us go on to the search function, which is, I think, important part of this tutorial. Two ways you can search. One is for individual entry, like name of a person. So for that, either we press Ctrl F and get the window, or here we have drop down menu, here we have the ribbon, and from here we go to find and select, click it, click find, here we get, say like we want to search hypertension, so we put HT, click on find all. There in this box it will show this as first and it highlights that also. Here it is highlighting in yellow, and the moment you go on the second, it goes here. It is sheet 2 which we have used it. So hypertension, we have HT2 entries, the 4 and the 6. But this is like going one by one. This is useful sometimes in searching for the name rather than the remarks and the diagnosis. But this is one of the method. Another method is, suppose we want to search all the patients who have suffered from lumbago. So for that, what we do is, we first select the column H, go on to H, once the arrow comes, we select it. So we get a blue colored column. Then we go on to data type, then filter, and now you see a small arrow comes in that column H, not in other columns. Now press that arrow, you have got text filters here. The moment you go text filters, a drop down menu comes up, put begins with, select begins with, click. Now you have an option here. So now let us put lumbago, click OK. See, now we have got all the patients suffering from lumbago in one column. All the other entries are just cancelled. This helps in searching for particular disease, or say the associated morbidities in one go. Now remember, we have just made 7-8 entries. Imagine we have thousands of entries. This becomes a very handy tool. Just deselect filter, we are back to our original chart. Another example, suppose I want how many males, I have to segregate the males and the females. So I select column D, I go to D, let the arrow come, I select D, I then go to data, select filter, I get an arrow here, click on that arrow, text filter or drop down menu appears, I click begins with. Now here I put male, press OK. I have got all the males together here in one column. This is how the search function works. I often use it, say, to see how many patients I have given appointment, follow-up date. So I just deselect this, click on filter, I got. Now say we want to see how many patients are coming on 14th of November. Now here we can see there are two, the F column for a follow-up date. Then we go on to filter, we get an arrow, drop down. Here we have all entries in form of numbers, so we get a number filter. We go on to equals. Now we want 14th November, so 14 November 14. Click OK. See, only two entries, so these are the people who are going to come on 14th of November. So simple. Again click on filter, we get the original chart. This is how it works. This is a basic use of Excel sheet. For advanced use, obviously we will have to go ahead and have another tutorial.